Hey everybody, I'm back with another video. This will be a short story time about my sweet mother, Linda Faye. Happy heavenly birthday. Born May 25th of 1947, left this earth on June 9th of 2020. I watched her take her last breath. She stayed with me the last 3 weeks of her life on hospice. My mother, in my eyes, was the sweetest woman, and I loved her so much. But I think she felt like she was a burden, or that she wasn't loved or appreciated. Well, maybe not appreciated, maybe not valued. I ain't gonna say the word love. And I had to assure her all the time that you being here, you're not getting on me and Tony's nerve. If you is, but damn Tony, we don't care about what he think. This my house. And he never gave the impression either that it was like that, But he's funny and fake, so I don't know if she's picking up on vibes. But anyway, I want to tell y'all about my mother because it took a lot of me to tell this story, and I've been wanting to talk about my mom from the time that she first passed. And as I began to post certain pictures after her passing, I received some flack from some family members and somebody I don't even know. I don't know who that lady was to this day, talking about let my mama rest. Like it's, like you didn't come see about her. So I don't know what was really going on with that other side, the other story time that may or may not come out. I may not even talk about it, y'all, when it came concerning my brother. But it will be healing. It might take me 6 weeks, 6 months, 6 years to talk about it. But anyway, right now, I want to talk about my sweet mother who I wish was still here. Especially once my daughter passed. I think once my daughter had to pass, my mom was still here because my mom passed first. But if she was still here and my daughter just passed away, I would have been, I think I would have been a little bit more stronger because even though my mama wasn't the strongest, as far as I seen growing up in her relationships, being a doormat, because my mother was that mother that didn't really treat you like you was her child, like how most mothers put their foot down and tell you what you better not do and will whoop your ass if they have to out of love, not abuse you, but get you together, give you that look too. That wasn't my mama. That was not my mom. I remember coming in from a party. She didn't even know I was at the walk-ups. I was 13, maybe 13, no more than 14. And me and 3 or 4 of my friends went to the party. And we walked home from the party. And I tell y'all, the party was on 45th. I lived on 49th. So all together, those blocks may have been about 13, 14 blocks. We walked home about 3 in the morning. I got home. And my mama said, where you been? I said, why? Why you want to know where I've been? I thought I was grown, had it all together. And she didn't need to worry about me. But she just said, don't do that again. She was that mama. She didn't get no belts. I don't never remember her whooping me or my little brothers. Ever. Now, I used to tear my little brothers' asses up because I had to watch them. I'm like 12, 13 years older than them. So, yeah, I had a lot of responsibility. And as the older I got, the more I would treat them more and more like my nephews or my kids. I would take them to Showbiz Pizza and to the movies and stuff like that. I love my brothers. I love them then, and I love them even more now. And my heart breaks for my brother that just passed away. But now he can be with my mother because that's what he wanted to do. And my mother, I believe she was afraid to pass away because she feared for him. She made sure he always had a place to stay in between his relationships or whatever he had going on. They stayed together. They was like thick as thieves, in spite of everything. Because she know what he been through as a kid. She feels guilty about that because his father was doing some things and he witnessed it. But that's another story. I just want to give y'all the gist of things right now. So my mama fell out, she was at home and she fell out and she was able to actually call the ambulance. I guess her phone was next to her and she fell, or she just slid over to her phone and called, and they took her to the hospital where she goes to her doctor's appointments. And this time they kept her for a couple of days, and I didn't even know she was there for a day or so. And then she ended up calling me, and she wasn't really able to really talk. It was just something different. She could talk, but it was just something different. So I was like, she couldn't answer no questions really. I was like, get the doctor on the phone. She said, when they come in here, I'll call you. And she did do that. Or we was already talking, then the doctor came in, and I told her pass the phone. It was a lady doctor. She got to talking mumbo jumbo, beating around the bush, this, that, and the thing. She can go to assisted living right now. She using certain words and said, oh, she can go home and somebody going to be there with her. But the way she was talking, she just never came out and said it. And I was like, are you trying to tell me that no matter which route we take, that she's going to be out of here, like she's going to die regardless? And she said I couldn't have said it any better. So I said, well, just bring her here. But I should have talked to my brother first, because I didn't really realize the extent of their relationship like that, because we weren't close. I wasn't living around them for a long, long time. And when I did move back in that direction, he didn't ever come around and start talking to me. I didn't even know he had a problem with me. So I don't know this thing. But he didn't really complain about that, not to me. He just came over to see her while she was in my house. They brought her with the doctor bed, the hospital bed, the porta potty, the wheelchair. They brought everything. And they came, and the chaplain came. And, they did everything to let me understand that this was real, and we don't know how long she got. And I took it seriously, but I just didn't think it was going to be that fast. I thought maybe she'll still be around for 6 months or something, Maybe there's a chance she'll get better. And my mom was like crying because she didn't want to die. She said, I don't want to go. Where's my medicine? I need to get my meds filled, my prescription filled. I ran out. And they didn't give it to her because they knew it wasn't going to do no good. Why keep taking that medicine when there's cancer? Because that's what it was. She had lung cancer. And a couple of years before, they told her to have some type of test done. Because they was concerned. And she said she had the test. And it came back non-cancerous, but the doctor wanted to do something else. And she felt like, well, if you do that, and if something is wrong during the next test, then it's going to spread and take out even quicker. So her not having that test possibly saved her another 2 years to still be here with us. Because it was like 2018. Now, like I said, she passed away 2020. So, and then I didn't know if anything was going on worse with her. I had no clue. Because I didn't go to the doctors with her. She was always able to go by herself. She didn't need that type of help. And she didn't never ask me or nothing like that. But she revealed to me in 2016 that she had suffered from this condition. I'm sure she probably was scared to tell me that. So I could see why she didn't tell me every little thing. But anyway, we got her to the house, and slowly but surely, daily, she began to decline and be in pain and decline. She went from being able to make sentences to asking where my money at to like not being able to talk. She was even playing pull tab games, y'all. She loved to play those pull tab games. She'll be like, "Did I win?" Or "What did you send my money when I won?" Because she would win sometimes. Y'all, on June the 9th. I seen her suffering, hyperventilating, staring glassy-eyed. One time I remember her reaching out. She was straight up reaching out. And who you talking to? Who you reaching to? She said, the doctor. I knew it was getting close time, y'all. It broke my heart. So I used to actually get up at about 5, 6 in the morning, and I would stay up to 3:30 in the morning. I wasn't getting no sleep for them 3 weeks because I was scared if I go to sleep and just leave her, like go to bed, go lay down, watch TV, fall asleep at 9 and 10 like I do now, that she would pass away. She needed me. Like she'll be woke. She'll be sleeping, then she'll be woke, then she'll be sleeping, then she'll be woke. She was in pain. So that morning, before I laid down, about 3 something in the morning, I told her I had a book I read. I passed out this book to her. I sat her down by the bed. She had her balloons from her birthday that passed on May 25th. Even though it's June 9th, we kept the balloons at a little table. And I was telling her, you can just let go. You don't have to worry. I'm going to do my best I can to help take care of your sister. And your granddaughter and Osmond going to be okay. You just get right with God. Whatever you need to say to God now, if you haven't done it already, that's what you worry about. And we do that, we're going to be okay. Relax, just go, because you're in a lot of pain. I was saying stuff like that, I'm paraphrasing. And then she passed away. She wasn't breathing no more. And it was like a bittersweet, because to see somebody in pain, it hits different than somebody who just got a condition, but they feeling pretty decent every day until they just don't wake up. She was in pain, y'all. So I'll never forget the look on her face. And when I shared some of them pictures how she was looking, some of my family members got angry with me, but I don't care. Happy birthday, sweet mother.